Hi everybody, Laura here for Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. And since we are in the season of celebrating mothers, I have a fun mom card. It's perfect for Mother's Day, but it could be great for any time of the year because I think any time of the year is a great time to tell your mom how much you're grateful for her. So I have this outline floral mom die that I'm die cutting into some white cardstock. It's actually Nina Solar White, the 80 pound, but I'm not going to use the outline floral part. I'm only using the block letters, just the MOM, and I'm going to do a little ink blending on them. It's like kind of rainbow. It's not like rainbow in your face. It's kind of like just a little kick. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just need a little kick in the pants with some rainbow. So for the first letter, I've got Spice Marmalade Worn Lipstick. For the O, I'm doing a little Squeeze Lemonade and some Twisted Citron. I am ink blending on a trimmed down piece of the Ranger craft mat, which is held down with these magnets. This is the Wendy Vecchi Make Art Station, which I love. It's like this magnetic board with these magnets. It even has a magnetic ruler. I've been testing it out, and so far I'm loving it. I find I use slightly less Post-it tape when I have the magnets to use. So I don't know. I mean, I still use a lot of Post-it tape, but I use less when I have the magnets. So now I'm adhering, just temporarily adhering down these letters to a scrap piece of cardstock. And this is what I'm going to do. So I was inspired by this Tetris game. Have you ever heard of Tetris? It's a fun little game you can play. It's like a puzzle. You fit down the pieces, and I just like it. But I've always loved that title. The colors, obviously the colors are rainbow, but you see that arch through the letters that are slightly darker on the bottom half. I always wanted to do something with that idea, and today's the day. So I took the A2 card curved edge die cut some white cardstock, and I'm masking off half of the mom. I'm going to ink blend only on the bottom half. I'm going to use the same colors, just make the bottom half of the letters darker, which is going to give you that arched, kind of darker on the bottom half look that we're going for. And I am masking off in between the letters to keep, you know, each letter its own color. So for the middle letter, I'm only using Twisted Citron, and I'm going with a little heavier hand to try to make it darker if I can. And then for the last M, I'm doing a combination of Mermaid Lagoon and Wilted Violet. And I kind of go back and forth between those two colors to get a nice blend of the two. And the two color, Mermaid Lagoon and Wilted Violet, they're so mermaid. So mermaid. Now when I look at that, look at it. Just look at it. So I carefully remove the letters from that temporary adhesive. And then I contemplated what to do because they're so cool, just like that. But it felt a little bit plain just on a white background. So I took that same mask. You know, with the mask, you've got the top curve and the bottom curve. You can use either one. And I'm putting this on a panel of Nina Solar White. I'm going to do a subtle gradient blend using Mermaid Lagoon. So I want it to be dark right on that curved edge, and then I want it to fade up into white. And it works for me. Some inks I find I can blend easier than others. I don't know what it is, but I am really tempted, curious to buy these Picket Fence life-changing blending brushes. What do you think? Do I need them? I mean, honestly, I do not have room for any more tools in my drawer. And I'm not unhappy with the blending sponges that I'm using right here by Ranger. They work for me, but gosh, everybody says they're life-changing. What do you think? Should I take the plunge? I don't know. I feel like I'm late to the party. I'm always late with the trends. You ever feel like you just can't keep up in life? You just can't keep up with the new trends, whether it be with the card making, the stamps, the tools, and then in fashion. Like, I'm out of date. My shoes. I can't keep up. I just can't. Now, for the bottom half of the card, I did Blueprint Sketch, Salty Ocean, and Tumbled Glass. Now I'm flicking on some flicks of water. Speaking of taking the plunge, this looks like kind of an ocean watery background, does it not? So this could be a cool card for a mom who loves the water, like a beach-loving mom. Or maybe a mom who just loves Tetris. I don't know. So now I flicked on some flicks of Blueprint Sketch. Just because, you know, when you get into the flicking zone, sometimes it's hard to stop. That's what it is. And then now on the top, I'm flicking some of that Mermaid Lagoon. Just a little bit. Just a little dab will do ya. And I'm going to start adhering this card together. So I put foam tape on the back of this ink blended panel. I'm popping it up onto a white card base, as well as I put foam tape on the back of the letters, popping those up and lining them up along with that arched edge so it all kind of goes together. And now for an additional sentiment, I'm using one of these sentiment strips. These are these pre-printed sentiment strips, and I'll use one of the sentiment label dies to die cut them out. You could just trim them out with the paper trimmer, but I like to use the die to make sure that I get it straight and parallel. Works like a charm. Now that's actually 2 sentiments, so I'll take my paper trimmer and just trim that in half, put a little foam tape and pop that up right in the center. And then to finish it off, I did a few little clear droplets. These are by Pretty Pink Posh. I got the 3 different sizes, and it really kind of accents that watery feel. And this card is finished. It says, "Mom, so very grateful for you." I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.